What is going on, you guys? What a blessed day today, as always. Today we've got some things planned. I'm thinking to go to the gym, sell one of the bikes, and I'll show you guys which one it was in a little bit. It was the middle one, if you guys remember. And I'll let you know what I did to it yesterday, since I'll just kind of tell you the whole story of what happened yesterday that led up to me selling it today, hopefully. As always, it's not me who does anything. I do all things through the will of the Father. And so if it's his will for me to sell it, I sell it. If it's not, it's not. But yesterday this guy texted me about it, and so the middle bike, it was an XCF-W 2009 KTM, and it was in okay shape. It's street legal. It's got a Alabama title. It didn't want to run good. Like, you can kickstart a first start or first kick, but once you give it gas, it just ran really lean. Like, it would just, it just doesn't want to rev up at all, or it would like hang idles really high. Like, you give it slight gas, it just was not good, and it was heating up really quick. Because of that lean bog, or that lean carburetor or whatever. And so I had taken the carb out like a few months ago, like when I first listed it for sale, to check it out, and I saw that the FCR pump wasn't like really spraying well in the carb, and I was like, I don't know, that's weird. And I was like trying to test it and everything. I cleared out the whole carb, did everything. I was like, all right, this should surely fix it, right? I put the carb back in, which I freaking hate doing. I hate taking out the carb and putting it back in, but I did that. Nothing changed, and so I just kind of gave up on it. I was just gonna sell it as is, and I listed it up. Bro texted me yesterday, hey bro, I want to buy it for $2K, which I had it listed for like 28, but I did kind of go down on price, because at this point I've had it for like 2 months now. I want to out of here, got to move on to better things, bigger things, level up. Can't stay stagnant on one thing, try to get the best offer for it, whatever. And so he texted me. He was like, all right, I'll buy it for $2K, but you have to deliver it for an hour 30 away from me. I was like, all right, I don't know about that, because he didn't even want to pay for gas or anything like that. So I'm still kind of on the fence about it, but he said he won't even buy it, since I had it listed on 2 accounts, and 1 account I put all these bikes up on 1 listing, and I couldn't put all the details about them, so I just put like it runs a little bit lean, but I didn't show him the full listing. And so I sent him the full listing, and he saw that carb wasn't doing so good, and he was like, I don't know if I want to buy it if it's got that problem. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go and fix it today. And yesterday spent like 6 hours trying to take it apart and freaking take care of that problem. And what was kind of crazy is that I actually fixed it somehow. It was kind of stupid, because it was missing 2 O-rings I didn't know about. The guy that traded me for that bike, because I had a C or a KX 125, I traded it for it, and it ran like that from the start. So the guy probably just didn't know what to do with it. Honestly, don't know why I traded him. I probably traded because it had a title, and it was pretty cool. But I figured it out, put the car back in, bike started right up. Still, I don't think it ran. I don't think it runs perfect. I think it's still a little bit on the lean side. Maybe got to mess with the little screw for the FCR. But like, besides that, it actually runs now. You could actually rev it up. It will bog here and there. I still think it's a little lean, but a lot better than what it was. Idle doesn't hang anymore. FCR works real good. You can actually ride it, and when you have it on choke, you could pretty much ride it normally. And so I'm thinking today, because he wants me to drive an hour 30 to buy it, if I should do it. And I'm praying about it. I don't know what the Lord's will is, truly. And so however stuff goes. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole backstory of the whole bike and everything. I'll go show you guys the bike in a little bit. Just rain. rain all day, bro. But it is not raining yet. Here she is. It's a clean bike. Like, I'd say it looks pretty good. You know, previous owner did do some goofy stuff with like some aftermarket stuff. The wiring, there's an absolute mess. It does have a good rectifier though. It's a Trail Tech, so you could hook up lights and everything, but I guess he never got to it. You can even see the rear has a light switch for the rear tail light, so you can hook up a brake light. But if you guys just heard that notification, y'all know what it is. Could you bring it to my crib in LJ? I don't got a truck to haul it. Guys, what do we do? It's an hour 30 drive for me, bro. I don't really want to take it there. I'm gonna try to squeeze some money out of him, at least for gas, like at least 100 or something. But you know, he is the only serious buyer I've got for it so far. But this is after I fixed it. I think I could get it sell it for more after, since I fixed it. But I mean, is it really worth it? Try to start it up for you guys. It usually starts first kick. No issues. First kicker. I'm in Crocs, so this might hurt. First kick, bro, already. I think the valves click a little bit. I don't care, bro. I just want to get rid of this thing. Logs a little bit. Okay, so with the choke, it revs up good. Still backfires a little bit. I know it's not perfect, and that's why I'm thinking to sell it for 2K today. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time with me pondering about it. I'll record a clip of me going out there and maybe selling it, and then if I do go, of course, pray for me. Guys, I got some real bad news. So yesterday the bike was around 80-90% there, still a little bit lean. And after we fixed the FCR, today I go take it for a ride. It ran a little bit good, and then like as I was riding, it began to run super lean, like awfully lean. Kind of like what it used to be before, a little bit better. But what it used to be before, and I was like, oh my gosh, now I gotta take the carb out again and see what's up with that stupid freaking pump. Took the air filter off, had to take the seat on and everything. Looked inside, and the pump was working, which surprised me. I was like, let's freaking go, but like, why is it still not working properly? And another thing I suspected was the air fuel screw, which was giving me problems like a month or two before that, and even yesterday. But it was fine yesterday. All the stuff were good with it. I was messing around with it this morning. I guess I messed up one of the O-rings. I looked at it and it was literally off. It wasn't inside the carburetor. It was like off of it. So I gotta order a new one because the O-ring's super bad. But here's the bike right there, if y'all can see it. I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully the guy still buys. Hey, what's up, guys? It's the next day and it's night. It's 10 p.m. right now. A lot of stuff happened. I didn't get to record yesterday. So that XCF that I was gonna sell didn't end up happening. So that was all right. You know, stuff happens. You know, the guy just kind of lost interest after we couldn't fix the O-ring that was messed up with it. The day was going on. I didn't even know what to do with this video. I was still trying to work on it. I kind of honestly threw yesterday away, bro. I was wasting so much time on that thing. But the guy lost interest. We didn't sell it. Started working on it. We've also got a jet ski that we were working on. I can tell you guys more about that maybe in a different video. But we were engine swapping it. And this guy texted me off for the SMR 560 that I had. You guys probably remember seeing it in some videos. I can probably put some pictures up. But yeah, that SMR 560 that I had, I wasn't getting that many messages for it on Messenger, but there was this one guy that was consistently texting me. He had interest, because you know it's kind of like a niche bike. Not many people like it, you know. Sorry about that, camera just cut off, ran out of battery. As I was saying, it's a lot of bike to handle for someone. It's a 560cc single cylinder. It was an absolute monster, just to put it simply. I mean, this guy was interested from 2 months ago, before I went to Bulgaria, and we were gonna trade. He had a DRZ 400, and it was like a 2022 something. It was a brand new bike. It was pretty good, street legal, everything. We went to go meet up at this Costco, and let me tell you guys, it was an absolute disaster. My bike wasn't wanting to start up, and let me give you some backstory to why. So the bike ran out of gas, and I was gonna go fill it up at Costco, but you needed a membership to fill it up, and I don't go to Costco. It's usually what my mom does. But I was like, I think it's got enough gas to at least sell it, right? I tried to kind of shine a light, but I didn't really see too much. So, you know, I heard it slosh a little bit, so I was like, should be fine. Went there, kind of started up here and there, but after it kind of burnt that last piece of gas, just wasn't running at all. We got it started like twice, and it ran so bad. It was bogging. The guy was trying to ride it. Horrible. It was so bad. And we went to the gas station, because I was like, all right, give me one more chance, bro. Let's go to a gas station. Let's go. Let me show you that this bike is good, because it was good. We went to the one gas station, and that gas station didn't have 93 octane, which is what the bike takes. And so he was like, hey, bro, I appreciate it, but I'm gonna have to pass. I was like, all right. Went to another gas station after that, put in gas, started right up. And you know, I'm gonna take that as that was the Lord's will. So the bike just kind of sat in my little area over here, lined up with the other three. Went to Bulgaria. The guy was like, and the guy kind of stopped texting me. But while I was in Bulgaria, he would like kind of chime in, like text me about the bike. I don't remember exactly. And at one point, because he was still showing some sort of interest, which kind of surprised me. And at one point, he just sent me this trade for a WR450 street legal 06, same year as the KTM. And I was like, nah, bro, I really don't want to do it. Like, I'm just trying to get cash out of this thing, get it out of here. Which I originally bought this KTM for $3K to try to keep for myself, but it was Kickstart only, which I didn't know. Well, I did know, but I thought it wasn't going to be that big of a problem. But, you know, I was used to starting 2 strokes, not high compression 4 strokes. So it's totally different. And, you know, it was just too much of a bike. I just put it up. How much was it? Like 5K, which was a little overpriced. Then I went down to 4K, and I just kept it there. Some guys would text me here and there, but you know, Facebook, half the people aren't serious. This guy just kept texting me, and he sent me that WR yesterday. So when we were gonna sell the XCF, we didn't end up selling it, but this guy texted me at night, because I asked him, like, if you were to give me cash, what would your offer be? And he said, honestly, bro, all I'm trying to do is trade. I kept looking at the bike, and honestly, I kind of prayed about it. Flipped a coin. I said, like, this is the Lord's will, kind of like how they did in the Bible. I forgot what it was. They were like rolling dice or something. Could be wrong. And it said go buy it or go trade. And so I went, traded it. It was late at night too, freaking pouring and everything. I went to his house because I made him drive to Costco, and I wasn't there yet. It was like a little miscommunication, so we just drove to his house, and everything went smooth, like as the Lord willed. And I went on top of the trailer, kicked the bike. It started like third, fourth kick, and it was already kicking back on the first kick, so that was already a good sign. I still need to learn how to properly time the 4-stroke ones, do all that stuff. But started it, ran good, didn't bog, revved right up. He went to go test ride it. I checked out his first, so yeah, I went to go look at his, test rode his, then we went on mine. He rode mine, he liked it, cool. We did the deal, went back home, and that's how it's kind of been. And now I've got this bike, which I want to go show you guys right now. WR450. You can see all the bikes lined up. This is the one we're gonna sell. Ninja 400, and then the 2-stroke. But here she is. Supermoto tires. This bike is so sick. It does have a problem with the electrical. There's a little loose connection there that makes it not want to start sometimes. But when it starts and when you ride it, crazy, absolute beast. And yeah, this is pretty much what I traded for. It's got an electric start, which I loved about it. It is a little bit of a downgrade since it's a 450, but honestly, I'm fine with it, you know. All the lights are good on it. Another thing about the KTM was that the lights weren't hooked up. I don't know what bro was doing, the previous owner. So that was the bike that I traded for. But I do want to bring up this other thing that happened today. So, you know, he didn't really get to ride it that much yesterday because it was like 2 a.m. or like 12. I got home at 2. And it was dark, so he took it out today. He looked at it, and he said that the case was cracked, like something was up with like the oil leaking. I didn't even know about that, to be brutally honest. You know, the previous owner, he told me that the chain was lubed up because on the chain side there was like oil, but I wiped it and nothing seemed to come off or anything like that. Like no leaks on my floor or anything like that, so I thought it was fine. But bro texted me today and he said, hey bro, I see a crack in the case. I was like, oh my gosh, no. So I was thinking like probably got to trade him back or something. Thank God he's got a good heart, bro. Thank God he wasn't mad about it or anything. I hopped on a call with him because I was like, let me get some more info about this and see what we can do moving forward. He said that he really liked the bike, and that's really one of the bikes that he wanted. And he was like, he's willing to spend money and time into it. So, you know, I was honestly even willing to pay him some money for the repairs because that's some serious stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And the bike still works. He probably just has to top it off. But I don't know. I never noticed that problem while I had it. I still have the bike and his bike that we traded. It's all in God's hands. If I need to pay him anything, I will. If he needs to trade back, I will. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. I can get some clips of the bike tomorrow. I get some more info on tomorrow because this has kind of been talking video. Just kind of telling y'all what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, me and my buddy are gonna be PRing. So my bench is 205. I'm gonna try to hit 225, and we're also gonna be deadlifting. It's gonna be a crazy day. I don't know if I'm gonna hit it. I'm trying to carb up right now though. If y'all want to see my meal, it's just this little bowl of Greek yogurt, chia seeds, oats. I'm drinking it with some chocolate milk. You know the deal, man. All that bulk and stuff. Gotta get carved up. But yeah, guys, I think that'd be for this video. Never stop trusting in God, no matter what it is, and always submit it to His will. I just want to say this to end this video off, because you know, the night before that I was gonna sell this XCF, the orange one, the KTM, I was like, Lord, is it truly your will for me to sell this bike tomorrow? And I flipped the coin and it said no. I was like, all right, Lord. I really thought we were gonna sell it because he was super serious, and I was like, you know what, bro, if it's your will, Lord, do anything to stop this. And he stopped it. and then I flipped it for the other bike and we got it. So that should just be another testament of how good God is, and His will be done. Don't ever let go. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Alright guys, I know I ended the video there, but it's I think it's been 2 days or maybe a day. So a lot of stuff happened tonight. You know, I was gonna get some clips of the bike, the new bike that I traded. I still have it, but some things happened that were not so good. I believe it was a test of my faith, but I can get into that. So you remember how earlier I said in the video how my bike had a problem with the oil leak, and the guy was like, hey bro, it's alright. Like, he really likes the bike, so he's just gonna take care of it. So he took it to KTM today, and they looked at it. He sent me a video of everything. The whole crankcase was cracked, so it's gonna need pretty much a whole new engine, and it's not cheap for those bikes, or easy thing to do. It's gonna be a lot of time, a lot of money. If you take it to like a shop, it probably costs thousands of dollars. He was like, we're gonna have to do the trade. And I was like, all right bro, can I at least, like, because I'm being straight up honest with him, like, I'm not trying to scam him. I genuinely did not know about all that. I was like, if I covered like maybe $1,000 for the crankcase and everything, he was like, nah bro, I don't want to even deal with it. Or I mean, it's just gonna be a lot of work. He was like, bro, just send me your address, I'm gonna pull up right now. Hold on bro, let me at least contact the previous owner, see what's up with him. And so the previous guy, he didn't block, or he gave me a number when I first texted him, and it said that he blocked me on that one. But then I texted him on Messenger, and I was like, bro, we need to talk. And so we called. I told him the whole backstory about it, and he was like, bro, I don't know about any of that, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. When I had the bike, bro, it had no problems. And the thing is, like, the whole swing arm of the bike was covered in oil when I first got it. He lied to me and he said it was chain lube, and I didn't really think much of it since I didn't ride it or anything like that. It just sat in my garage, or this little area here. I had 2 other bikes that I was riding, and you know, I even put it in the listing because I listed it like the next day. If it had a starter, I would have probably kept it for myself, but it didn't, and I hated that kickstart. I just couldn't deal with it. And so I was like, you know, I'm gonna just try to flip it. So I put it up for like 4K, however much, which I don't think it's really worth that much. I bought it for 3, which was already overpriced. I don't know why. I was there, you know, made an emotional decision, and I just bought it. And so around 2 months have passed since then, because I was in Bulgaria for a month, and then no one was texting me for the bike. I should have sold it earlier, but you know, I didn't know how to start it, and they didn't have gas in it when I met up with the same guy before Bulgaria. You know, we met up again, and he bought it, checked it out, and all this was happening with it. I contacted him. I was like, bro, I didn't think much of it since it sat here. He told me that it only seeps out oil when it's running, which I wouldn't have noticed since it's literally piled up with the other bikes here. I never did anything to it. All I've done is probably take it up and down the street. And I remember when I first got it, like the day I got it, I had to wipe the whole swing arm. Like my whole floor was covered in oil from the bike. It was coming from the front of the engine to the back. So that couldn't have been chain lube. But I was like, I don't know, he maybe like sprayed it a lot or something. Another thing that I just went past my head was that I had to top it off with oil, which I don't know why I didn't think of that. So pretty much the guy just started lying to me straight to my face, saying, bro, I had it for like a month, bro. I got on a trade. I never had to top it off once. It was my daily, bro. That's all I rode. Straight up lying, because since it did have the crack since the very start, because I didn't do anything to it, and the guy that I traded with, he looked at it in the morning. So I traded it, and then he looked at it in the morning. So he couldn't have done anything himself. And he texted me in the morning too, so I know he's not lying, because he sent me like pictures of like the stuff. And so bro's just lying. He was like, bro, sorry, I didn't know about any of that. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's already been like 3 months. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, all right, bro. You know, I just kind of gave up on that. You know, he's stubborn. I do want to say this, because my friend got scammed out of $7,000, and he just kind of let it go. You know, like, If we focus on the losses so much, we're not gonna look at what's ahead and what other wins are to come. If we focus so much on one loss to make up like what, $2,000, I could be missing another $5,000-$10,000 in sales on other things. And so, and this whole situation's bad because stuff has just been going downhill ever since before I went to Bulgaria. So before I went to Bulgaria, I was turning into a parking lot, and I very slightly tapped this lady with my plastic front bumper. No scratches. It was just surface clear coat scratches that she wiped off with her finger. But you know, she wanted money for it, and I was like, all right, can you take it to the shop, evaluate all that? And she said, yeah, it was $600, which I really doubt it was. I honestly think she lied to me as well, because that thing was not worth that much. And then she said that, well, the mechanic said he can do 500, which is just the most made up story ever. But you know, I was like, all right, 500 is 500, get out of here. You know, let's get rid of this problem. I gave her the 500, and that was it. I went to Bulgaria, bike sat here. Oh, and on that same trip, so I had this three-wheeler, I don't know if you guys saw it in any of the videos. It was a CR80 swapped ACC 70. On that trip, I was with my buddy, and we stopped by Whole Foods to drop off an Amazon package that I had, and that's where that incident happened with the car, hitting the car. Later that car ride, because it was a 2-hour drive that way and 2-hour back, I went and sold it, and you know, that was all cool. But then on the way back, the navigation took me on the wrong path. And took me through the Georgia State Peach Pass thing. I don't know if I'm gonna get fined, but it was really bad. I still haven't received anything in the mail, so hopefully I'm good. But something else happened. I remember I had to give money somewhere else during that trip. It was just not a good trip. And my car's a little bit scratched up, but you know, that wasn't that bad. But then I get back home and I see that like Crunch has been charging me $200, the gym, all these months, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just pay that off. So that's already $700. Everything was all right. Then I started listing these bikes for sale, like the Ninja, and all the other bikes were already listed, but like Facebook just wasn't promoting it. And I'm like, you can still go look up my listings, none of them show up. I don't know what it is. They have so little views, and none of them are selling. You know, it's been like a month now. I'm trying to get money with this so that I can level up to like maybe houses or something, you know. That's kind of been stagnant. And then my buddy has this jet ski, which I'm not gonna go into too deep, but he got scammed out of $7,000, and I bought it off him for $1,000 after he already paid for an engine, which was $2,000. And he gave it to Mountain Motorsport to check it out, and that was around $1,000 because they pulled the motor out and told him that it would cost a lot. So he was like, I'm gonna give up on it. So it's just been sitting here, and that's all that we've been working on. And this other bike I was gonna sell, the XCF. I think earlier in the video I did that nothing worked out with that, and now the bike runs like crap. So that's another thing that needs to work on. I owe my parents $1,600 for the Ninja that I bought, since all my money's into these dirt bikes, and I need to, you know, pay them back after I sell something, but nothing's selling. And so I traded the KTM thinking it was a really good deal, which it is, man. Like if the KTM had no problems with it, this would be an amazing deal. The bike's so good. I already put some money into it. I bought a fuel filter for it. It had a little loose connection. We fixed that. Put a mirror on it and all that. He wants to trade back now, and the guy was just, the other previous owner was just lying trade to me. And you know, I'm an honest dude. I'm a man of God. I'm not gonna lie to him. You know, I'm not gonna do that BS that he pulled on me. I'm gonna trade back with him. But moving forward, I have no clue what to do. I don't want to tear it down and work on it. I've already got a lot of work with the jet ski, the KTM. Not everything goes our way. I low-key did get emotional after that call. I don't know why. But just trusting in the Lord. Pray for me, y'all. He's going to be coming soon. I gave him the address. He said, bro, I'm going to come tonight. Right now it's almost 10. He's about an hour away. I've probably been yapping for about 30 minutes, so... or 12, so I'm gonna go show you guys the bike while I still have it though, because I did promise y'all I was gonna get some clips of it. Here is the bike though. I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's a really nice bike. This is like pretty much everything I wanted on it. The supermoto tires, the street legal dirt bike type feel, and it's a 450, so it's not like as crazy as the 560, because I didn't even like riding that thing. Yeah, no matter how they sin against you, just keep trusting in God, bro. It's back. We always get what we want, but we're gonna figure out what's up with this thing. I don't visually see any cracks in the case. I have no clue where it's leaking out of. There's a weird looking pipe that's oily right above the exhaust, and it goes to the top of the engine. I have no clue what that could be. And the crack he was talking about was the little hydraulic clutch plate, which isn't even a part of the engine, so the block is fine. Another thing he was saying was the sides might be slightly unaligned or misaligned, but I don't believe that's gonna make it leak. Like, they're not perfect. They're sealed up. They're not gonna leak, and I don't see any leaks from there. I'm gonna take the bottom plate off, see what's up under there. Carb's not even in the right place. Y'all can see that. It's supposed to be between these two little notches, but above, so it's like twisted. Bunch of lights, wires were messed with. This was all out. I just pushed it in. It was like this. I don't know, bro. And then the carburetor, he had to take it out and mess with it. I don't know. The car was fine when I had it, but he took the cover off and he put this little wire thing, and now the throttle's sticky. He didn't even fit it on the right spot, bro. Alright, it's like a few days after now. I still got the KTM. We looked all over it yesterday with my dad, and it doesn't look that bad. There are no cracks in the case or anything like that. The seals are good. There's two gaskets that were bad, but they're super easy to replace, which I'll probably do. I'll fix that little clutch seal that was cracked from the bolt on the left side. I'll fix that, and I'll check into what that pipe was, what it does, because I'm pretty sure it's a breather, so a little bit of oil should be misting out of there, unless it's been wheelied or dropped or something where it would cause it to leak more, or if you topped it off with too much, causing it to pour out even more. Because I did have the leak, but the exhaust was never covered with oil, so I'm guessing that when he did have it, he saw that the bike was leaking a little bit of oil, so he just topped it off with as much as he could, or probably more than it needed, and it started leaking out of there, and then it looked even worse, and he was like, I need to get rid of this thing. So he did, and I'm gonna still be texting him back though. I hope we can trade back. I'm gonna fix all those problems. You know, it's not as bad as I thought. God is good. And hey, I hope we get the bike back, but I believe that was a test of my faith, because God was trying to see if I'll truly hold on to him or rely on my own self and my own feelings and emotions and all that bike. You know, we gotta let go. It's like I never had it, you know. 2 days ago, before I even traded, it would have been the same as that, just no bike, you know. The Lord gives and the Lord takes. We don't own anything. At the end of the day, you know, everything will pass. So that's all I wanted to say. You guys have a blessed one. Christ be with you. Thank you for hearing on my yap sesh, because it is quite a long video. Y'all have a good one though. God bless.